Hey guys, namaste, it's Yogini Kala. Hi. Hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, that you are relaxing and doing fun things with friends, family, or even people you don't know. So welcome. I am live, and because folks join, they sort of come and they go, and as you may know, YouTube basically notifies you right when the event starts. They don't notify you before, which I think would be great. So folks will be coming in and joining. Have some peppermint tea. I love using jars for glasses, and I don't know why this one has a label. So this is my second YouTube live, and a lot of you, I think, are going to watch this on the replay. The last one got really nice viewership on the replay, so I'm just going to assume some questions for you. We will be doing a guided meditation. As always, I want to give you some value, so we'll always do one or another type of meditation, okay? So hopefully if you come in, you won't miss that part. I usually will do that towards the middle of the broadcast. So, Ken, can you view YouTube though? You can't view? Oh, okay. My executive producer, he did not want to be on camera, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. And it's my good friend who is actually a long-time meditator, and he may have some questions, and he's sort of here to offer support. So if you have seen my spirit messages for this week, you guys, the spirit message, the main part of it was let go. It was a fairy card, actually, a Doreen Virtue fairy card. And so check that out if you have not seen it yet. It runs for the week starting tomorrow, Monday, Memorial Day, through Sunday. So my spirit messages run from Monday through Sunday. And yeah, hi, welcome. Let's see, so that spirit message highlighted let go, and it said that as you let go, you will begin to see your desires manifest more quickly, that they will manifest. And the idea being that you don't have to control how it begins to manifest, because of course we don't have the full picture the way that spirit does. So that was the message with that. So I wanted to pick up on that with the meditation. And so I thought that actually made a lot of sense, because in meditation, you really are, meditation is a process of letting go. Okay, a lot of people don't talk about that aspect of it. But as my friend was saying, we were talking before we started filming, and he was saying that in meditation, you're trying to be in the present moment, okay? You're trying to be like right here, right now. And so if you are here right now, you can't obviously then be worrying about the past or planning the future and like trying to scope out what's going to happen and what you should do and so on. So when you meditate, the main goal, and we don't really like to use the word goal in meditation, but a main aspect of it is that you are not, you are present and not running towards the future and not dwelling on the past. And this is very difficult, because pretty much that's what we do in daily life. Like the mind is actually very rarely in the present moment. Okay, and that's why mindfulness meditation is becoming so popular, I find, is because, like, especially with cell phones, we're always walking around looking at the cell phone, and in a way that's pulling us out of our actual environment, right? We're not really present in our environment in that case. So that is the issue with that. It's like we're in a physical space, and yet we're really not there. We're not with the people there. So anyway, that's an aside. So let's see. I hope that I can see comments here. If you have a comment or question, do enter it where you see chat. Okay, I am here to answer any questions specifically about mindfulness meditation in general, meditation in general, if I don't know that specific, because there are basically thousands of types of meditation, but as I said last week, my focus is really like classical, like the base type of meditation that gives you all the healing benefits and that science is starting to study. So it's not sort of like souped up, rigged up meditation. It's like the core type of meditation coming out of the Buddhist tradition, but you don't have to be a Buddhist to practice it. So I don't want you to think that. So the benefits of meditation are that it allows you to release blocks, right? So back to the letting go. So you may find that when you meditate, you guys, you'll remember an argument or something that you had, or some issue, anything, something troubling might come up. But that's actually a good thing, because when you're meditating, it bubbles up to the surface. It's like the mind, an analogy that's often used is that the mind is like a lake, like you could picture a lake, the surface of a lake. And so like some things may come sort of bubbling up to the surface, but then because you're meditating and you remain calm and you're able to see what's happening, right? It just sort of dissipates, it just gets released, right? And so that letting go happens, and that's super, super healing. And even more recent issues can come up as well. So if you had an issue at work or with family, had a disagreement, very likely the moment you sit down to meditate, that's going to pop back into your mind, and that's okay. What you want to do is let go of that, like let go of thinking about it if you can. You don't want to fight with your mind though. So what you would do in the classical type of meditation that I teach, you would actually go back to your breath. So say you're sitting to meditate and you start remembering a disagreement you had, like with your mom or your sister or your brother or someone at work. What you would do, rather than going into the story of it, okay, rather than like ruminating about it and just running the story in your head, what you'd want to do is go back to your object, it's called, and typically the breath is used as your object. And the reason the breath is used as your object is because, one, it's always there. So you can always go back to it. It's always there in the present. Even if you're not paying attention to your breathing, it's like an anchor, okay? So the breath can be an anchor. So that's what we'll use in the meditation that we're going to do today. So, and let's see, let me just check my notes here. And as I said, feel free to, if you're live with this, and as I said, the live gets sent out last minute, so most people end up watching this on the replay, and that's fine. What you can also do is put your questions below, like once it's a posted video, and I will go back and try to answer them, okay? So if you're watching this in the replay, you can still ask questions, okay? So we talked about old issues can come up, recent issues, because basically, again, that idea of the mind being like a lake. So there are different levels, right? There's the surface level, there's a few inches below the surface, and then you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So like towards the bottom of the lake, towards, let's say not all the way to the bottom, but might be really, really old memories, right? But then maybe as you get to the bottom, you get below that, there's a sense of stillness and a beautiful image that you might want to have in your mind about meditation. You could picture like a beautiful pebble just dropped into a lake and just see it falling slowly through the water and eventually settling at the bottom. And it's this idea that you're just going very, very deep within your own mind. You're going through all these layers, and finally there's a sense of settling. And it's funny, if I could show you Percy the cat, who you know is always hanging around, he's sitting very settled and quiet right now. So yeah, that's what I want to say about how meditation allows us to let go. And in that letting go is a healing, okay? As we let go, it becomes healing to our body, mind, and spirit. Some of my teachers have talked about non-Western teachers have talked about, specifically I'm thinking like some Burmese teachers have talked about people who have actually healed serious illness through intensive meditation. They also had a strong faith in meditation as a healing practice. Obviously this might be in places like Thailand, Burma, and so on. They would have people come specifically who were sick and do like a 4-week, 5-week, longer retreat, with the monks in a monastic setting, and just very strictly meditate and then have a healing of their illness. So that can happen. And there have been reports of that happening. Obviously, you'd have to go very, very deep, but it's that idea of letting go. So you're letting go of any sort of dis-ease. Some people are able to do that through meditation at that intensive level. So I will be doing a guided meditation with you, and just gonna talk to you a little bit about that. I'm gonna wait for more folks to join as well. But as I said, most folks tend to watch this on the replay, so I'm not just gonna hang around too long for the live folks. So I am sitting on a meditation cushion. So if you'd like to, if you're comfortable, you can use a pillow from your sofa. It's fine. You actually don't need a fancy meditation cushion. You might need to stack 1 or 2 sofa cushions or pillows, because they're firmer, not like a bed pillow that tends to be a little soft, but you could also use that and fold it in half, and then you want something 5-6 inches high. And if your hips are tight, you want to sit a little bit higher. Okay, but like I mentioned last week, you can also sit on a chair. That's fine. If you're sitting on a chair as we get ready to do our meditation, you want your back to be straight. So you don't want to sit for meditation in a recliner. Ideally, it's a straight back chair. Okay, and if you need to, you could put a cushion at your lower back to help you sit up straighter. Okay, so I would say that it's nice to just rock a little bit side to side like I'm doing. Rock left and right. And the idea is that you want to really settle into the center. You want to really be sitting very balanced. Now this is easier if you're sitting cross-legged like I am, but you could do that in the chair as well. And then when you feel that your spine is really centered, sit up really tall, push the crown of the head, push the top of your head up. Lift up your spine a little bit. You could bring the shoulders up, inhale, and then roll them down and back. Good. So a lot of times we're walking around with our shoulders up like this. See if you can really drop them all the way down. Good. And your hands are resting on your lap. And you could clasp your fingers together, or if you know a specific mudra you want to do, that's fine. Just as long as your hands are relaxed. Okay, shoulders relaxed. Take a nice deep breath in, and let's breathe out through the mouth. You can make a soft sound. Now, I was originally certified in Kripalu Yoga, and they were kind of famous at the time for, they would encourage you to make sounds, which was kind of funny. You'd be in a room with people doing yoga and sort of, moaning and groaning and breathing. And I don't know if they'd still do it quite as much. But so take a breath in through the nose, and we're going to exhale and long breath out. Do that a couple more times. And typically in this type of meditation, your eyes are 9/10 closed. So you can just see your knees, you can maybe see your hands slightly. It's just a little sort of grayed out. Or close your eyes all the way, okay, if you're comfortable with your eyes closed. But some people aren't. Depends, some people, especially if you've had any trauma in your past, you may not feel comfortable closing your eyes, and that's fine. You can have your eyes slightly open, okay? Okay, so yeah, let's just do a short meditation together. We will do probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to lead you through a body scan. I think we'll do a body scan and then we'll do a bit of breath awareness, focusing on the breath, okay? So breath in and out. And however you're sitting, just become aware of your feet, the soles of your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet. And we will go through the body symmetrically. So we'll do both legs at once. When we get up to the arms, we'll do both arms simultaneously. So just noticing sensations. I'm going to go fairly quickly through the body scan. Another breath in and out from your ankles, travel through your calf muscles and your lower leg. And so all you're doing is trying to feel actual sensations that are there. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just so you're not thinking about your body or even trying to picture it. You're trying to really feel it, trying to feel the sensation. And now see if you can notice sensations in the knees. Anyone joining in at this point, we're doing a body scan from the knees through the thighs. You might notice warmth or coolness. You might notice itching or tingling. So really trying to feel within the body. Okay, so you've traveled through the legs up to the hips, pelvis, the buttocks, the lower back. Just noticing any sensations there. Noticing the weight of the body as you're sitting. And now come up through the belly, the lower back, the belly and the lower back. Good. So this isn't specifically a relaxation practice, but if you notice any tension anywhere, often by just bringing your attention, as I said earlier, just bringing your attention will begin to release and relax. And notice if you are holding the belly in. A lot of times we have unconscious tension in our abdomen, just because in our society we're so much about having a flat stomach. It's like, so sometimes we're holding the stomach in without even realizing. Come up now to the chest, shoulders, upper back. Chest, shoulders, around to the upper back. And we'll sweep right through the arms from the fingers, all the way up through your arms, all the way up from the fingers through to elbows and shoulders. Again, tingling, pulsing are some things you might notice. A sense of warmth or coolness, throbbing, tingling. However you would label it, just feel your own sense of aliveness there. So we're doing a body scan. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we're just tuning into the felt sense of the body, within the body. And we're up to the neck. See if you can feel sensations through the neck and the throat, back of the neck especially. You might notice warmth or tingling. Soft breath in and out. Remembering as you breathe out, you can just relax those shoulders, relax the neck. You're doing great, just as long as you're able to just keep the focus on within your body. If you have pain anywhere, that can often draw your attention, and that's okay. Just notice the sensation if you have any discomfort, as much as you can, just try to give what's called bare awareness, just pure attention to the sensation. And you might notice that it's not just a solid block of pain, but that there's a, maybe pulsing, maybe tingling, maybe piercing, and then it sort of disappears for a moment. Okay, this is actually a higher level of meditation to be able to notice if you have any discomfort and sit with it. So we're up to the jaw and the face. Breath in and out. You're doing great. If you're just joining us, we're just scanning through our muscles within the body, or up to the neck and throat and the face. And see if you can feel the jaw side of the face, the cheekbones and the cheeks. Just noticing any sensations. Notice around the eyes, the forehead, eyebrows. You can still join in if you're cutting in with us. Just see if you can start to just tune into your body by feeling, just noticing sensation. We ran through, we'll go through again really quickly this time, sweeping from your feet, the toes, and then sweep right through your body. Sweep up through the legs, up through the torso, arms and hands. You're just trying to feel sensations, the aliveness within your body. And that's all you're doing. This is a very nice meditation to do if you're new to meditation, but it's also great if you have anxiety, because it's very grounding. And if you hadn't already sensed up and through the top of your head, the top of the skull, all the way over and down back to the neck again. And so we'll just sit for a moment here, feeling your own presence, your own aliveness. And if you are meditating, it's actually fine if you ever need to cough. Sometimes people feel like they can't even cough when they're meditating. If you cough or need to sneeze or anything, that's fine. So now hopefully feeling more relaxed in your body, whether you're sitting in a chair or whether you're sitting cross-legged on a rug or carpet. Let's spend a few moments bringing the attention to the breath now. Okay, so what you want to do is allow your attention now to focus right on the upper lip area. Okay, so the upper lip, the base of the nostrils or the tip of the nose. You want to really focus in on that area now. See if you can feel the touch of your breath as you're inhaling. So for different people, it's different. So wherever you notice that you can feel the air, that's perfect for you. And then just allow your attention to settle there. Feel the air coming in on your inhale. And then notice where you feel the touch of the air on your exhale. So you might still feel very aware of your body. Hopefully your body feels relaxed if you were with me from the beginning of the body scan. And so now we've shifted, we're focusing a little bit more. The body is a little bit easier to work with, and now when we shift to the breath, it requires a little bit more concentration. Let's add in a technique that's quite nice. We're going to just number the breath. So when you inhale, and as you exhale, just number that 1. Then the next inhale and exhale is 2. And just see how far you can get. So try this numbering technique. The inhale and the exhale count as 1. See if you can get up to 10. So you're just adding a light count in your mind to the exhalation. Inhale and exhale, adding a number. If you can get to 10, then you can begin again at 1. Eyes relaxed, eyes are closed, or very slightly open so that you're more inwardly focused. You have a nice tall posture. If you've slouched a little bit, see if you can lift up a little bit taller. And you're just noticing the breath coming in and going out. You're doing great. You don't have to get to 10 because it's actually pretty difficult. If you lose count, you could just start again. And we'll just go for about another minute. Counting the breath, if that works for you. That is one of the techniques that's really, really helpful to build your concentration when you meditate. So you can either simply just be aware of each breath in and breath out, or you can add a counting to it. That can be an option for you to try this week if you'd like. Let's see which works better for you. Take a nice deep breath in and just stretch in any way that feels good. Might want to interlace your fingers and just stretch, turn your palms up to the ceiling. Do a little stretch to one side, and then go to the other side. Inhale again through the center. Exhale, slowly lower your arms. And let's see, that was about a 10-minute meditation, you guys. So if you're watching this on the replay or live and you followed along, that was about 10 minutes of guided practice. That's awesome. And 10 minutes a day is awesome. I actually say you don't have to do it every day. If you're just starting out or you used to meditate and then you found it hard to keep up, just 2-3 days a week. Aim for 3 days a week and pick your day. It's really important to set it in advance. They've done, studies on habit talk about you really need to have a plan if you're trying to put a new habit. Otherwise, you're just not going to do it. So, decide, okay, I'm going to meditate Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday morning. So set a time and set everything up that you need to do it. So if there are any questions, you can definitely type into the chat. You are just joining. And as I said, what I noticed last time is I got a lot of views on replay. So if you have questions and you're watching this on the replay, just type them in below the video and I will check back, even if it's later in the week, and I will try to answer your questions. So don't feel like you've missed out. So with meditation, as I said, you just want to really try to stay present, and that's the whole training really is the mind goes off to something else and you bring it back. It's a huge, huge part of it. Okay, so don't beat yourself up because the mind always is wanting to think. that's the function of the mind, is this thought process. The meditation, though, we're trying to get to a deeper level than the thought process. But it is very, very natural that your mind is just going to drift off, okay? And seeing that is also part of the learning of the meditation, so that's actually really good. You'll start to see what types of things, you know, are on your mind that you really may not notice typically, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is, for some people, they notice that they always go to the past, right? That they're like rehashing something. Like I mentioned before, that's very, very common. They'll go to the past, go to the past. Some people tend to go to the future, and that would be planning. They start figuring out how they're going to do this, and planning their vacation, and planning their next work day. And that's fine, but when you're meditating, you want to stay with whatever your object is, whatever your goal is. And so here we did the body, right, and doing the body scan, and we did the breath. So you always want to have an object of your meditation. So yeah, if you are viewing live and you have a question, feel free to type it into the chat. And I think with my connection, I'll be able to see it and can give a response. And actually, as I said, I mentioned my executive producer. It's really my friend. So I'm going to see if he has a question, because like I said, he meditates quite regularly. So Ken, do you have a question relative to meditation? I think he's taking a nap, but with our topic, which was kind of letting go and how meditation allows us to let go. He actually pointed out a really good point, that it's the being in the present you automatically let go if you're able to be in the present. Yeah, any, like maybe a general question that would be a good one for folks? Maybe that are relatively new. I mean, you might be more experienced, but I want to also make sure I help the beginners. So hi, if you're live and you have a question about meditation, specifically to do with how it helps us to let go of unwanted things in our lives and help us to grow, then you could type it into the chat. And if you are viewing live, I hope that you did take time to do the meditation. Yeah, if you share your name, I'd love to be able to greet you and say perhaps where you're from, as I do the Google Hangout. And I'm just checking some of my settings, you guys, just to see. They put so many things up at the top. Yeah, any question? Just checking that. Okay, yeah, and thank you for tuning in live or in the replay. Thank you so much. A lot of folks are doing live, and I do want to keep it focused on meditation. Some of the other topics I might do very much have to do with law of attraction and manifestation. So if you're interested in that, you can also leave a comment either now or once this is up as a replay, and I will tackle that topic, and I'll also perhaps highlight your name. Ken, were you saying anything? Oh, you were. He was napping. He fell asleep. My voice, seriously, I put people to sleep when I was teaching yoga more actively, and I would do the meditation, the relaxation at the end, the deep relaxation. I would always have one or two men, typically would be guys, they would completely fall asleep. I would just put them to sleep, which I thought was pretty funny. And occasionally what I'd have to do is go over and like touch their feet or their arm and just sort of shake them a little, because they'd start snoring. You don't want snoring people during yoga class, because it bothers the other people. Okay, they don't like that. They don't want to make snoring. So before I sign off on this, I just want to let you know that below the video, once it's in replay, I don't know if you can see it now, you guys, there are ways to get in touch with me. I have a couple of brands. So I have Black Gurl Zen, which has a mini course, a wonderful little meditation mini course, and the link will be below, you know, if that suits you and addresses you, and it has 3 different meditation practices. Right now I have it set to go out once a week, so it's like a little mini meditation training. And I also have it in the flow of magic. You can work with me if you would like coaching on meditation, just like this, but live, like with you. I especially work with women, all backgrounds, but usually I would say women 35 or so who may be going through career transitions, life transitions, divorce, or you want to manifest something positive and you know, maybe you want to leave your job. So just basically transitions. Really is a specialty of mine. I've done a lot of transitions, and so I will work with you, teaching you guided meditations and also other spiritual practices from my yoga background. So that would be, the link would be below, and it's in theflowofmagic.com, because I really believe that we are in co-creation with the divine. Okay, and I'm so glad you're here watching this. If you're watching live, so glad if you caught the replay. I think that there's a reason that you did that you were brought to see the replay. Okay, so if you would like to work with me, click the link below the video for intheflowofmagic.com, and you can see the different services that I have. And they're all like, we could do through Skype, actually, and we could do through Google Hangouts as well. I have a VIP half day, which is nice, where we just really take like a morning, like a Sunday morning, and I just teach you directly practices. And then if you have questions, it's private and it's just us working together. So check that out. And they also have coaching over a couple of weeks. All right. So mostly for professional women who, as I said, are going through transition and would like that support. So thank you so, so much. And I know not everybody likes to have their question seen. Now, I don't know, I think folks see it, but you have your YouTube name, so no one will know who you are. And so last chance, if you do have a question and you want to type it into the chat, do it now. And I still have a few minutes. I'm going to sign off at about 9:45. So I love doing this. I'm enjoying doing them. I will do another one the first Sunday in June. And then I will see how often I'll keep doing them, but I'll get on a schedule so you'll know. Like right now, actually, I really don't promote this. I just really wanted to test it out. So thanks for being a beta viewer and listener. But, I may go to once a month, like second Sunday or something. I just have to figure out the pattern. I may stick with weekly, depending, but I will definitely let you know. And I will definitely have another one Sunday, the first Sunday in June at the same time, 9 Eastern time, 9 Eastern Standard Time in America, in the US. So let's close together. Let's close our practice. And I'm all about the self-love, because just like Louise Hay, if you don't know who she is, look her up. Look up Louise Hay. Her morning meditation, you guys, is beautiful. It's a little bit dated, some of what she mentions, just because technology has changed so much, but it is so sweet. And she has healed herself. She's helped many, many people heal with really positive, deep affirmations, but starting with self-love. She said that if we start with self-love, everything else falls into place. So I really want to encourage you to check her out. It's Louise, Louise, and then Hay. There are a lot of people who've put her videos up on YouTube, but you can also purchase them. Check out her morning meditation. So let's bring one hand to the heart chakra. Take a breath in with me, in and out. And just again, feeling your own presence. Whenever you're watching this, right, you're in that moment. So funny that, as this is recorded, you may watch this a year later, 2 minutes later, an hour later, but it's still the now, right? To quote Eckhart Tolle. So just feel your own presence, your own energy. Nice deep breath in and out. Let's bring one hand up to the heart chakra, center of the chest. And we're going to take the other hand. I'm doing my left hand. I'm going to bring it down to the belly. Just feeling very grounded. Just sending love to yourself. I will also definitely do a loving kindness practice, and that one is really wonderful, and that one I want to promote, so I'll definitely give you a notice when I'll be doing that meditation. It's called Metta, or loving kindness meditation. So I'm going to bring my palms together and just do an Om to close. Hare Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. So peace with ourselves, peace with others, and peace with the forces around us. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. And again, tune in the first Sunday. I don't have the exact date. The first Sunday in June, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll also be going live then. All right. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful week.